Hare. Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachare. Yamuna Tira Vanachare. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachare. Yamuna Tira Vanachare. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhu. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Ashtotar Shata Shri Śrīmad Abhay Charanaravna Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Ashtotar Shata Shri Śrīmad Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaja Prabhupada ki jai. Grandharaj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. So today we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, second canto, chapter 9, text number 29. Chapter entitled Answers by citing the Lord's version. Bhagavat Sikshitam Aham Karvani Hi Atandritaha Na Ihamanaha Prajasargam Badeyam Yat Anugrahat Bhagavat Chikishtamaham Bhagavat Chikishtamaham Karavanyahat Atendritaha Karavanyatandritaha Nehamanaha Prajasargam Nehamanaha Prajasargam Bhadyeyam Yadanugrahad Bhadyeyam Yadanugrahad Bhagavat Chikishtamaham Karvani Hyatendritaha Nehamanaha Prajasargam Bhadyeyam Yadanugrahat Bhagavat Chikishtamaham Karvani Hyatendritaha Nehamanaha Prajasargam Bhadyeyam Yadanugrahat. Please recite. Karavani Hyatendritaha Nehamana Prajasargam Bhadyeyam Anugrahat Bhagavat Chikishtamaham Karavani Hyatendritaha Nehamana praja sargam Badhyeyam yadanugrahat Bhagavat chikishtamaham Karavani hyatendritaha Nehamana praja sargam Badhyeyam yadanugrahat. Matajis. Bhagavat chikishtamaham Karavani hyatendritaha Nehamana praja sargam Badhyeyam yadanugrahat. Word-to-word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhagavat, by the personality of Godhead. Sikshitam, thought. Aham, myself. Karvani, by acting. He, certainly. Atendritaha, instrumental. Na, never. Ihamanaha, although acting. Praja sargam, generation of the living entities. Badhyeyam, be conditioned. Yet, as a matter of fact. Anugrahat, by the mercy of. Translation. Please tell me so that I may be taught in the matter by the instructions of the personality of Godhead and may thus act instrumentally to generate living entities without being conditioned by such activities. Please repeat. Please tell me so that I may be taught in the matter by the instruction of the personality of Godhead and may thus act instrumentally to generate living entities without being conditioned by such activities. Purport. Brahmaji does not want to become a speculator dependent on the strength of his personal knowledge and conditioned to material bondage. Everyone should know in clear consciousness that one is in the execution of all activities an instrument. A conditioned soul is instrumental in the hands of external energy, Gunamayi Maya, or the illusory energy of the Lord. And in the liberated stage, the living entity is instrumental to the will of the personality of God directly. To be instrumental to the direct will of the Lord is the natural constitutional position of the living entity. Whereas, to be an instrument in the hands of the illusory energy of the Lord is material bondage for the living entity. In that conditioned state, the living entity speculates on the absolute truth and his different activities. But in the unconditioned stage, the living entity directly receives knowledge from the Lord. And such a liberated soul acts flawlessly without any speculative habit. The Bhagavad Gita 10.10 and 11 confirms emphatically that the pure devotees who are constantly engaged in the loving transcendental service of the Lord are directly advised by the Lord, so much so that the devotee unwaveringly makes progress on the path home back to Godhead. Pure devotees of the Lord are therefore not proud of their definite progress, whereas the non-devotee speculator is in the darkness of illusory energy and is very much proud of his misleading knowledge based on speculation. Without any definite path, Lord Brahma wanted to be saved from the pitfall of pride, although he was posted in the most exalted position within the universe. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamiham Tadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Zavadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarobhishta Kripa Sindhavya Patitanam Pavanebhya Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Amni Gaurat Vishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dheena Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Bhagavat Chikishtamaham Karvani Hyatendritaha Nehamana Praja Sargam Badhyeyam Yad Anugrahat. I will repeat the translation once again. Please tell me so that I may be taught in the matter by the instruction of the personality of Godhead and may thus act instrumentally to generate living entities without being conditioned by such activities. So, here in this verse, Lord Brahma is continuing his prayers to the Supreme Lord. And Bhagavat Chikishtam. Bhagavat Chikishtam means that he is feeling capable that the expression of confidence that he can create the, as Brahmaji is a secondary creator. So he's taking the instruction from the Lord. In other words, he's taking the blessings of the Lord. He's asking permission of the Lord that by your mercy, that let me start the creation. So he is saying that Neyamana means acting without lethargy. So Brahmaji says that Atendrita, in this verse we can see that word Atendrita, without laziness, it is a sign of real bhakti. Because when we are practicing devotional service, when we are not performing enthusiastically, as it is said in the Nectar of Instruction, what is that verse? Utsaha Nishchayat Dhairya Tat Karma Pravartanat. Then how it goes? Sangatyaga Satovritti Shadbir Bhakti Pranashyat. So Utsaha. So when we perform devotional service, it's full enthusiasm. That is the foundational. When we may be starting, we may be in a beginning stage, we may just taken up Krishna consciousness, or we may be in a very superior position, but this utsaha is definitely required. Without utsaha, when we perform devotional service, then opposite to utsaha is nirutsaha, means in other words, it's laziness. So here Brahmaji is saying, let me not be lazy in the matter of creating. And he's praying that Nehamana Praja Sargam Badhyeyam Yad Anugrahat. So let me not be covered by pride. Let me act as an instrument in your hands. Let me act as an instrument in your hands. Just like we can see the example, the analogy of a wire, electric wire. So it carries the electricity, but when it is connected to electricity. When it is connected to the powerhouse, no, then only the wire gets the energy and it supplies. So similarly, without the anugraha of the Lord, so we are like wire, no? So without the mercy of the Lord, without the blessings of the Lord, so we cannot perform anything. What to speak of material activities, even spiritual activities, even the material activities, we cannot perform. Unless there is spirit in this body, we cannot perform our material activities. No, unless there is consciousness. No. So we are different from this body. We are actually Atma. Atma means spirit, which is which is connected with the Lord, which is part and parcel of the Lord. Mamaiva angsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Krishna is saying that all these living entities are my part and parcels. Sarvasya chaha nivishta. Krishna is there within each and every living entity. No. So he is guiding, he is upadrishtaha hanumantaha. So Krishna is witnessing our activities and he is guiding, he is fulfilling our desires. Whenever it is, we are desiring something, so he is granting and he is witnessing our activities. And in that way, he is, by witnessing, he is giving the results of our activities also, which may be Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So, Lord is, without the mercy of the Lord, without the anugraha of the Lord, so we cannot perform our devotional service. Even the enthusiasm which we have to maintain, is also by the anugraha of the Lord. It is not on our own. We may try to show off enthusiasm, but unless it comes naturally, naturally being enthusiasm, it comes by practicing devotional service for a long time. Then when we develop taste for the holy name, when we develop taste for being in the association of devotees, when we develop taste for Krishna Prasadam, so that comes, that enthusiasm, it is given by the Lord. No, it's not on our own. So without anugraha of the Lord, so Lord Brahma is saying that without your anugraha, badhyayam means be conditioned. So in the matter of acting as a creator, secondary creator, so please, oh Lord, please give me your anugraha. So even we can see the example of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, when he went to the Western countries, so he's only anugraha was his spiritual master's instruction. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he instructed Srila Prabhupada that to go to the Western countries and preach the message of Lord Chaitanya. So Srila Prabhupada, he took this very seriously, and that is his anugraha in the parampara, in the line of disciplic succession, is directly anugraha of the Lord. So Srila Prabhupada has full faith on the instructions of his spiritual master. He has complete faith, complete surrender. And what he carried along with him, just the commentaries of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and his pair of clothes and some potatoes to boil and some, how much Lakshmi he had? Just 40 rupee with him. And he's traveling in a cargo ship. It's not even a passenger ship, with all comforts and all. So he took so much struggle to go to the Western countries. He was asking each and every person in India how to go to Western countries when he took sannyas after that. So he was meeting all big people, and he was trying to arrange his passport and visa. And Sumati Murarji, by the arrangement of the Lord, somehow or other, she arranged for Srila Prabhupada. She also said, Srila Prabhupada, that in this old age, what you will go there, it will be very cold. You'll just cannot bear that cold and you will die, she said. And Srila Prabhupada was very, very much insisting that I have to go. This is very important seva which is given by my spiritual master. So then he took this, and he has no money and no support from anyone and followers. Of course, Sumati Moraji supported her, but when he boarded the ship, so after that, no one is there, only Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada had 2 heart attacks when he was traveling, seasickness. And then when he landed, when he reached America, so he was wandering here and there, in the streets of New York. So he couldn't, he didn't understand how to start, But we know that song by Srila Prabhupada, that Srila Prabhupada prays that, oh Lord, now I am your puppet in your hand, so you make me dance as you like. Make me dance, oh Lord. So like that, Srila Prabhupada became a puppet. He really acted as a puppet after reaching the America. And Srila Prabhupada in one of the lecture, he says that only this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because it has all potency, so this only has worked. This only has started this moment. Krishna himself has started this moment in the name of, because Krishna is not different from his name. So Srila Prabhupada has started chanting Hare Krishna Kirtana in Tompkins Square Park. The tree is still there. Now it is named as Hare Krishna tree there. So it's still there. So underneath the tree, Srila Prabhupada sat and he chanted 8 hours continuously. He chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then everyone started coming and joining the Kirtana. And then this is how Srila Prabhupada says, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by this potency, only this, the Westerners, in the Western country, became possible to spread Krishna consciousness. And also later, Srila Prabhupada started distributing the Bhagavad Gita copies back to Godhead, and disciples started helping him. And in this way, the movement got established everywhere. He opened 108 temples all over the world, and he spreaded Krishna consciousness widely. It was a revolution in those days. In 1960s, it was a revolution. An Indian Swami going to the Western countries and establishing such a big movement which is all over the world. In the media and the government was, they became very, surprised how these American young boys, previously they were addicted to the drugs and women and that, all the bad things, and now suddenly, full transformation. They shaved their heads, saffron robes, and dancing on the streets enthusiastically, jumping, dancing. So everyone was like surprised. And so this is how Srila Prabhupada, because of anugraha of the Lord, so he was able to do this. And even the example comes in Ramayana. In the explanation that devotee's pride, so pride is not so good in devotional service, isn't it? So when we become proud, even Brahma, getting the position of a Brahma is like, it's a very highest post in the material world, but he is praying to the Lord that let me not become pride by doing this seva for you. Let me be an instrument. So the real pride of a devotee is that being an instrument in the hands of the Lord. That is, in the Vishnu Sahasranama there is 2 words. Darpaha means the Lord who removes the pride of the proud. And darpada means the Lord who grants the prideness to his devotees. What is that prideness? Prideness is to be an instrument in the hands of the Lord. Just like Hanuman, without the mercy of Lord Rama, so it's not possible for him to perform big tasks. Like Hanuman, he became like very big, gigantic. He took a gigantic form and he crossed over the ocean and reached Lanka. And when Hanuman reached Lanka, so all the Ravana and in his assembly, everyone, when they caught Hanuman after the episode of meeting Sita Devi and giving the money from the Lord Rama, after the meeting of Sita Devi, then when the Asuras they catch Hanuman in the garden and take in the assembly of Ravana, and everyone laughs at Hanuman. Everyone laughs. You see this monkey, he came and he's very proudly he's speaking here in front of me. What this monkey can do? He was thinking Ravana. But what Hanuman did? What Hanuman did? No. Okay, let me show what is the power of Lord Rama. No? Then he showed the power of, that is the real pride of a devotee. So we become pride, but that pride should be in the service of the Lord. No, pride cannot be engaged in the service of the Lord, but it cannot be showed externally. No? But the real pride is by being an instrument in the hands of the Lord. So that is explained there. So one of the commentator of that Vishnu Sahasranama, his name Satyadeva Vasishta, he says that Darpaha means, the pride means also beauty. It's adds beauty. Also the beauty of the Lord and also the beauty of a devotee. So this is his way of explaining. I mean, it's another word for the pride. It's attractiveness. But it attracts, how it attracts? When the devotees act as an instrument in the service of the Lord. So then that attracts conditioned souls. Now when the devotee, he takes out the books in his hands and goes out and distribute the books and very strongly preach the message of Lord Chaitanya, chant Hare Krishna, do Sankirtana. So that attractiveness is pride. Is pride of the devotee. That devotee is protected, is completely protected by the Lord, and he understands that I am an instrument in the hands of the Lord. So that is the pride. But pride also in devotional service is not at all favorable for practicing devotional service. When we show our false ego that I am something, when we become some leader or some when we do some nice book distribution, good score, so immediately that if that pride comes, then it is ahankara. It becomes ahankara, abhimana. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, can you open the sloka, Prabhu? Chapter 16. Krishna speaks there about the demonic qualities and divine qualities. First sloka, I think. Fourth verse. Dhambo darpa vimanascha krodha paurushamevacha ajnanam chabhijatasya partha sampadam asurim. So these are the qualities of a demon. demons. So the first word itself, Krishna is saying the pride. So only asuras, they carry this pride. The demonic quality, the first quality Krishna is saying, arrogance and pride. So this pride is not at all appreciated when it is not favorable in the devotional service. When we become ahankara vimudhatma karta aham, when we think that I am the doer, then that kind of pride will destroy our devotional service. It is not favorable for practicing devotional service. So we should always keep ourselves, we should always think that I am an instrument in the service of the Lord. We should not show off that I am a senior devotee. I am a book distributor. I distribute lots of books. I am a kirtani. I do very nice kirtan. So sometimes this comes up, the pride. So Goswami says that pride is like a forest pig's stool. It's like that. When it is, when we feel like that, it is like that. The forest pig's stool is mentioned. So we should always be careful when we are performing some great service, some very nice service, or being in a good position, and when we are doing some service. So we should always meditate that I am an instrument in the hands of the Lord. Just like Arjuna, after hearing Bhagavad Gita, what Arjuna said, Nashto moho smritir labdva. How it goes? Tat prasadat mayachita. Because of your mercy, O Krishna, now I have understood that I have to act by your mercy. Tat prasadat mayachita. So now my doubts are cleared. All my doubts are cleared. Arjuna says. So this darpa is not at all favorable in our devotional service. So we should be like a pen in the author's hand. The pen, if it is just lying on our table, it has no any value. But when the same pen, when it goes in the author's hand, so then that pen has some value. Because the author uses the pen to write the poems, write stories, just like Srila Prabhupada did. He gave the commentary to the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So he used the typewriter, and so many equipments Srila Prabhupada used for comment recorder. So all those things are kept in Vrindavan. We know that Srila Prabhupada's quarters, they're still there. So although they look like recorder, some ordinary recorder and typewriter, but because it is used in the service of Krishna, so it has that potency. It has that potency that because Srila Prabhupada is pure devotee, he used all the his bucket, his jug, and his all. Even I saw the Vaseline, what Srila Prabhupada, that case also is kept there. So many things, we have seen in Vrindavan, in Srila Prabhupada quarters. So everything got, because it's touched by the pure devotee of the Lord. So it became spiritual. It has, when we take darshan of that, we get purified. But the same thing, if you use, in other way, without the connection to Krishna consciousness, without the connection to Krishna, then it is material. So we should become an instrument in the hands of the Lord and perform devotional service without pride. So here Brahmaji is praying to the Lord that let me not be overcome by this pride. And as Srila Prabhupada writes, that Lord Brahma wanted to be saved from the pitfall of pride, although he was posed in the most exalted position within the universe. So in this, but we can see in Brahma's Brahma Vimohana Lila that Brahma, he was covered, Vimohana means he was covered by illusion, Maya, that he couldn't recognize Krishna in Vrindavan. And he tested the Lord himself. And later he understood that Lord, although he is a small kid, but it's all his pastimes, transcendental pastimes. So he couldn't understand. He forgot everything, his prayers, Brahma Samhita, and all these prayers. He forgot everything and he was covered by Maya. So we may also, while practicing devotional service, we always meditate upon the Lord. But when we come to some stage, we may be overcome by pride. So that is very, very, very dangerous in the path of devotional service. That's why Srila Prabhupada writes that practicing devotional service is like walking on a razor, sharp razor. So if we even slip, even get even little pride, then we may fall off. So Acharya has explained that our enthusiasm is like utsaha mai. Mai means it is just show of enthusiasm. So when we strengthen and advance in sadhana bhakti, when we develop taste for the holy name, so gradually we come out of that utsaha mai. In the beginning, we show utsaha mai, very always attentive, always praying, always serving, always being in the association of devotees, and we show off that I am practicing very nicely and that this. But in the beginning stage, it is utsahamai. When we continue doing it, then gradually anarthas comes out. Anarthas, they come out. Suddenly we may become disturbed with some devotee and we may shout on him, or we may fight for very petty things in the ashram or anywhere in the dealings of devotees. So that comes out, the anarthas comes out, and then our pride also comes out when we show our pride. And then that doesn't look, the whole atmosphere gets spoiled when we show our pride. The same pride, as I have mentioned, that when we show the same pride with spiritual potency, by acting as an instrument in the hands of the Lord, when we show the same pride in preaching Krishna consciousness strongly, as it is when we preach Krishna consciousness to the conditioned souls, so then that is appreciated, that is very attractive, that is very attractive when we do the preaching Krishna consciousness. So Brahmaji is very much trying to be an instrument in the hands of the Lord. That's what he is saying, that please tell me so that I may thought in the matter by the instruction of the personality of God, and may thus act instrumentally to generate living entities without being conditioned by such activities. So he doesn't want to become conditioned by doing such secondary creation he is doing. It means that he is creating the Manus and Prajapatis, and everything, each and every small, in the later chapters we'll understand how Brahma creates. Each and everything Brahma is creating. So he may overcome, when we do such big task, we may overcome with pride. So we should always be careful, always smartavyam satatam Vishnu, nismartavyam najatuchit. Always we should meditate that I am an instrument in the hands of the Lord. I am not separate from His mercy. Separately we cannot perform any big tasks even devotional service or even mundane world also. Scientists, they become very proud when they do some big invention. They become very proud, and that proud, it shows which is against the Lord. It shows their ignorance actually. Pride actually shows our ignorance when it is against the service of the Lord. So we have to be very careful while performing devotional service, that we should be a puppet in the, like Srila Prabhupada showed himself. He showed that be a puppet in the hands of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada used to tell his disciples, Krishna will once, there's an anecdote that in Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram temple, when devotees couldn't get funds, and they were feeling very doubtful now how this temple will come up. They were very doubtful, and Srila Prabhupada said, Krishna will build this temple. No, we are simply his servants, Srila Prabhupada said. So just we have to be a subservient of the Lord and just perform, not that without performing, sitting lazily, that will not work. We have to perform. Then Lord, by seeing our sincerity, he will bless us, he will give the mercy, and then that miracles happen, sudden miracles. How many books, Prabhu? 3 Bhagavatam sets. So that miracle how it happens? Because of anugraha. Because of anugraha. In Sri Lanka, my experience, I will share that in Sri Lanka, when we are distributing books, we were distributing 3 sets, like first canto, Bhagavad Gita, SSR, and Krishna book. So we were presenting these books, and people were interested people were taking. And on the streets, like with the trolleys, we were going each home to home, person to person, and we are trying to distribute. In Sri Lanka, it's a very hot weather actually. We were in a humid area in the island. It's called Batticaloa. So there, myself and one another European devotee, we were on the street, we were distributing. So we were distributing sets, 4 book sets. So we approached the school. Now when we are going, immediately there was a school there. And we thought, okay, let us try. We will go inside and we'll ask the principal to take Bhagavatam or some set of books, 4 set of books. Then we went inside. Then what happened? We never gave Bhagavatam set previously in Sri Lanka. And Bhagavatam set is 15,000 there. 15,000 is like the teachers, they get salary, 25,000. That much only. So we went inside and we met the principal. We explained it, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. We showed them the books. She said, okay, Swamiji, you come tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, I will give you a slot. All our teachers will be assembled in a assembly hall. So you tell them. You tell them all this, what you are telling me. Definitely I will take one set to my library, but you tell all our teachers. So then next day we went there. We thought something would happen, something. So then when we went there, all the teachers are seated in the hall, and we have to now keep some books on the table. There was a table like this, and we kept the Bhagavatam set, and another devotee, he gave a lecture in English, and so I translated in Tamil. And after the lecture, immediately all the teachers, they just attacked on the table, to see the books, to take the books. And previously we were distributing like 20-25 minutes, that is top score of. And that day both of us, we distributed 60 Mahabhik books. And we were like, we don't know how it happened, but we were meditating how to distribute. And our temple manager also was meditating how to distribute Bhagavatam sets, because Maharaj gave instruction, distribute Bhagavatam sets. In all his Shravan Kirtan camps, he used to distribute Bhagavatam sets. Devotees who didn't have Bhagavatam sets. So he used to always preach, distribute Bhagavatam sets. And then we thought, okay, now they are taking small sets only. Still, we didn't give Bhagavatam set to these teachers. And then a temple president thought, okay, we are giving these 4 book sets. Why not we give Bhagavatam sets to the teachers? And then we followed the same process. Like we used to approach we collected all the school addresses in that area in Batikolo, and we approached all the schools. And we took a slot, next day slot for, and they accepted. Every school they accepted. Okay, you can come next day. And we used to take the slot. Next day we used to go, just like our Nityananda Chandra Prabhu is doing, calling people. We want to come and do some bhajan like that, give prasadam, and he's going and he's installing Bhagavatam. Just like that we did, and miraculously we were distributing. We started with 4-5 sets, and it reached to 25 sets per day. If it is a Mahavidyalaya, means it's a big high school. So one day we distributed 30 sets. Of course, the teachers, they used to give Lakshmi in 3 installments. So without the anugraha of the Lord, the miracles will not happen. So now the devotees, still they are continuing in Sri Lanka to distribute like that. Now all over Sri Lanka, not only in one place, one district, everywhere they are going and distributing Bhagavatam sets. Still it is continuing, and people are taking books. And in Sri Lanka, people are very pious also. So they're taking very easily, they accept. And in India, it is not possible like that. If you go to the school, they will say, we are secular. We don't encourage. But in Sri Lanka, it is not like that. They respect sadhus, they invite them. Just like that, if you walk on the street, they invite us. Every house they have a coconut tree and they give coconut water. So like that. So it happened like that by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So without anugraha of the Lord, cannot perform miraculous tasks. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments? Yes. No questions. Any comments? Okay. Grandharaj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.